You're watching a Highwire Media podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Cinema Gold Show. I'm your host, Larry Lease, and as always, you can leave us a comment in the comment section below. And this week, we continue our Central City rewatch with episode 9 of The Flash, The Man in the Yellow Suit. Before we do that, give me your thoughts on this episode in the comment section below. And with that, let's dive right into today's episode. The first episode of The Flash was, in my opinion, a perfect hour of television. It was instantly everything so many people wanted the show to be, and its subsequent success has shown that the way in which it chose to approach its particular corner of DC's television universe was exactly what 2014 to 2015 television needed. Now, as we reach the mid-season of Season 1, it's delivered in its first big mid-season finale. If you can even get bigger than the previous crossover, it's lovely to note that the first instincts were right, and this show is really, truly great. It had its problems, Iris chief among them, but overall it's just a breath of fresh air. The Man in the Yellow Suit was the series at its best, giving everyone plenty of great material to work with. Some answers have forced the audience to just ask more questions, great comic book fan-pleasing action, and even the best use of Iris on the show to date. The last one's important too because it gives doubters like me reason to think she might not be quite as awful in Season 1B as she was in Season 1A. It was also a Christmas episode, which honestly I didn't intend to do that during this upcoming holiday season. If you want to consider the week before Thanksgiving is Christmas season / Thanksgiving. Aside from the sweet scene of Barry and Joe decorating the tree at the beginning, the time of year didn't really factor into the action too much. But I always appreciate when shows ground themselves in a particular time and place, rather than existing in some alternate timeline where the weather's always the same. Holidays don't happen. The A plot of the episode was actually a biggie, with Barry almost catching up with the titular Man in the Yellow Suit. Joe's confession that he knew about the villain's return sets Barry off on a revenge trip, and there was just the right amount of animosity between him, Joe, and the rest of Star Labs, while not doing any lasting damage to connections with those closest to him, justify his tunnel vision pursuit of the bad guy for the rest of the episode. There's also the big confession to Iris, which was actually one of my favorite scenes of the episode. I'm entirely sure it was meant to play out the way it did to me. I'm actually almost certain it wasn't, but it felt like all the weirdness of Barry being in love with Iris suddenly dawned on both of them in that moment. Iris's reaction to his declaration was obviously left a little ambiguous so that the show could hold on to the dynamic for at least a full season, but for me it was the perfect pause button on this strange little romance. But there were so many wonderful moments in the episode. Barry and his father in the prison, Barry and Joe, Cisco and Caitlin, also packed with feeling that it's a wonder we've only known these characters for 9 episodes. A lot of this half season was about reconciling Barry's father figures, with Joe and Wells largely representing his two choices after becoming the Flash. That's why Joe's speech to him was so perfect. And we may finally have gotten some real insight into why Wells is so preoccupied with Barry. It's possible that he is some time-traveling incarnation of Reverse Flash, dubbed as always by Cisco, and that there was a second blur, a red one, on the night that Nora Allen was killed. I say it's possible because what are the chances that the Flash writers would reveal their hand this early in the game? We're not even halfway into a 22 episode season, so the notion that Wells is the villain we've all assumed him to be is unlikely. But the decision to put the reveal just before the break is a smart way to keep our interest. His storyline is going to pay off in the long run, but the immediate threat is clearly going to involve Ronnie / Firestorm, who Caitlin discovered was alive this week. It's rare for a show to start out this strong and gather this much fan support so early in its run, and that makes the future of The Flash a really exciting prospect. Let me know your thoughts on this episode of The Flash in the comments section below. And let me know what your favorite moments were of the episode. And of course, if there's something I missed, something I got wrong, something you disagree with or agree with, let me know. And of course, you can support the channel by buying us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/cinemagold. Oh, what's that? Where does your money go? Well, thank you for asking. Everything you give through buymeacoffee.com/cinemagold goes right back into the channel, helps us upgrade our equipment, bring in new hosts, be able to pay them, and of course, take this show on the road. We'd love to do episodes from San Diego for Comic-Con, D23 in Anaheim, and other major entertainment events. And your support can help make that happen. As always, thank you so much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.